So Project Elm. And this is the small end. I wound up cutting it off with this fantastic little antique saw that I bought a while ago. Check out that handle. Beautiful. And sharp and aggressive. And so I cut off the smaller end because I wanted to take a look at the growth rings and look at those big beautiful things. Very little heartwood in this. I'm not even going to see the heartwood when I make a bow. So, wanted to analyze. These represent 1.5 inch staves, which will be probably a little wider than the actual bow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these suckers I can get out of this. Approximately, now how long is this thing? It's 4 feet to there, 4 feet, 6 inches. So 48 and 6, by my calculations, it's 52 inches. A little over 4 feet long. So it falls into the realm of the one big description on Welsh longbows. The one description that everyone references is this one where the guy said they were about 4 feet long, very rough and ugly, and not well-made bows. One reference, the Google AI, it's like, okay, one reference, one guy throughout long history, yeah, we can take him, at face value. That's the way they were, all of them, forever. Just like the description that says they were able to shoot through, 6 inches of an oak door? Okay. Show me a bow that can shoot, that can go 6 inches deep into an oak door. Heck, I would have to say that there's not a lot of rounds, firearm rounds, that could do that. Except maybe armor piercing. But that notwithstanding, I argued with the AI over the whole idea of recurves. Now, it was true that there were composite bows made in the Britons for the Romans, right? But the AI seems to believe that all recurved bows are composite bows. I tried to convince the robot. It's like, I'm not saying all of them might have been recurved, but as a bow maker, I realized that there's going to be a little bit of individuality, and all it takes to recurve tips is some boiling water. So why not? Maybe a few of them were. I don't know. Again, looking at it from a bow maker, raise your hand if you are a bow maker and recurving a bow is beyond your technology. That's all I'm saying. So the other thing would be, if they're this long, the chances are they were D bows. You take a short bow like this and then you put a non-bending thickened handle in it, you're losing a lot of limb length on a short bow. So they were probably D bows. And there's a big blank in documentation for the Welsh bows. People commonly say, well, they were the progenitors of English longbows. And so you go to a YouTube videos, do it. Elm bows or Welsh longbows, and you'll see a few of them where they're basically English longbows. And one even went to the trouble of putting horn tips on a whitewood bow, right? And given the difference in physical geography, guerrilla tactics, the Welsh used, heavy cover, mountainous, I kind of go with the shorter bow, probably a D bow. And I'm using some artistic license here. They very well, some of them could have been recurved. Again, all it takes is boiling water. So yeah, Project Elm Bow will be taking place presently because I've got my the sinew back bows there. One is mummified still, wrapped with the gauze. The other one, just the handle section because it's extra thick through the handle. Hugh's D bow or flat bow that's recurved. It's already out of the mummy stage. It's all dried down, just sitting there looking really cool. I love that knot now. Didn't like the knot, that hole through the limb before it was sinew back, but once it's sinew backed, I'm loving it. And that's about it, really. That's about it. I don't have anything else to say. Just looking forward to this. Oh, I ordered my Robin Hood costume last night off of eBay. So I need to make a bow. Yeah. There was that drama between me and my wife. I'm saying, what about just a medieval peasant? You know, and Robin Hood. $25, I picked up a handcrafted costume, probably made in a certain country. But yeah, it's looking good. Looking good. That's about it. Oh, 2 notes. First of all, I was preparing some sinew today. I always like to have more on hand, right? So I got a baggie of prepared sinew. I'm outside, sunshine, but it's kind of cool, and it's really windy, so the little fibers are blowing all over. I used my greenhouse. Sat in there, solar effect. It was nice and warm, and no wind. In the winter, on a sunny day, I'm going to put my shaving horse in there and work in there. The other one is, I'm really liking my sinew pounding rack now that I put it on a birch log, right? So I can sit on my shaving horse and do this instead of like sitting on the ground. And I wound up updating it. Now picture this. Imagine this is a 1x2, right? And you cut it at an angle, so you've got 2 triangular cross-section boards. I put them on my log, so I've got this and this, screwed them in there. Put some of this foamy stuff on top to cushion it, to sound deaden it. And that rack will sit right there and not roll off. Like, it fell off a couple times, almost landed on my foot. But with those shims on the side of the log, just like downtown, man. Now I'm done.